Everyone, today we're diving into a really powerful metaphor for getting unstuck in life, based on a fantastic article. It's all about these invisible knots that we tie for ourselves, and more importantly, how we can finally start to untie them. So, let's jump right in.
The source material kicks off with this line, and wow, it hits hard, right? It sets the stage perfectly, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, our biggest obstacles aren't coming from the outside world. Sometimes the deadliest traps are the ones we create inside our own heads. I mean, you know this feeling. It's like being in quicksand. You're pulling and you're fighting against a problem with everything you've got, but instead of breaking free, the pressure just gets tighter. It's exhausting, it's frustrating, and it really feels like you're fighting a battle you just can't win.
Well, that feeling of fighting a losing battle brings us right to the core of this whole idea, the tightening knot. Let's take a look at how this metaphor really helps us understand the very trap that we're creating for ourselves.
So here's the crucial point. The knot isn't the actual situation. It's not the problem itself. It's our internal reaction to it. You know, a belief we're clinging to or an expectation that just isn't being met. And here's the kicker. Every single time we fight against what's actually happening, every time we demand that reality should be different, we're the ones pulling on the rope, tightening that knot around ourselves.
Okay, I know this might sound a little bit abstract, so let's bring it down to earth. Let's look at how these knots show up in our everyday lives, both at work and at home. All right, first example, the difficult boss. The situation is maddening, right? They're always looking over your shoulder, they take credit for your wins. But the idea here is to look deeper. The real knot isn't just their bad behavior, it's our own internal need for their validation, for their recognition. The tension comes from our expectation that they should appreciate our work, and we make our happiness dependent on them changing. We keep pulling, wanting them to be different, and that knot just gets tighter.
Or what about this one? In a relationship. Let's say your partner isn't romantic in the way you expect them to be. The situation is, you feel unappreciated. But again, let's ask, where's the knot really? It's all tangled up in our own rigid belief about what love should look like to make us happy. When we focus all our energy on trying to fix them, we're missing the point. The knot is our own fixed expectation. So, we've identified the problem. We're the ones tightening our own knots by resisting reality. Now, the good news is, if we're the ones tightening it, that means we're also the ones who can loosen it. This framework gives us 3 incredibly powerful questions to do just that. This is where the whole thing shifts. First, you ask yourself, where is the knot actually tied? This forces you to look inward, away from the boss, away from your partner, and right at your own core belief. Second, what am I resisting? This helps you see if you're fighting reality as it is or just fighting your own fantasy of how things should be. And finally, the most powerful one, what if I let go? Now, this is not about giving up. It's about releasing that death grip we have on trying to control other people and finding real freedom in our own internal shift. And all of this leads to the final, really empowering takeaway. This is all about recognizing that the power to change things is and always has been in your own hands.
Ultimately, this is the big idea here. It's not about finding some magic trick to change your boss or your partner. It's the huge realization that the freedom you're looking for doesn't come from them. The source of the tension, and therefore the source of the release, has been with you this entire time.
And that leaves us with this one last, provocative question to think about. That area of your life where you feel the most stuck, the most resistance. Is it a person, a job, a situation? Take a moment and instead of looking out at them, look inward. Where's your knot? And are you ready to finally loosen your grip?